I've been teaching beginner artists for over 6 years now, and there's one common problem that I see across the board, and that is frustrations with drawing exercises. I can see that for a lot of beginner artists, they want to do drawing exercises to improve their skills, but there's a lot of challenge and frustration that comes up when they do drawing exercises, which makes it very difficult to sit down and do them. So here's how I brainwashed myself into enjoying drawing exercises. Step number one is to grab a sketchbook right now, grab a piece of paper. Don't just watch this, don't just listen to this. I know that there's a temptation to just binge watch videos. Don't do that. Grab a piece of paper, grab your phone, open your notes app, whatever it is that you can think of, like something to write with. Just grab it right now and start writing down things that you want to draw, things that are you would be excited to draw. Are they flowers, branches, cute characters? Is it figure drawing? Is it portrait drawing? Whatever it is that you're interested in, write it down. It's like write a list, keep writing until you can't think of anything else. Make sure that that list includes things that you're truly excited to draw. Try to make them also quite specific, right? So not only just amazing illustrations, like be specific about the subject matter that you want to draw. Now, what we're going to do is we're going to take our list of things that we're excited to draw, and we're going to go look at some drawing exercises. So I have my 54 drawing exercises video below. That'll be linked below. There's a bunch of free worksheets and stuff that you can check out. But watch that video while looking at your list of things that you're excited to draw. And ask yourself, which of these exercises can I implement into things that I'm excited to draw? So for example, if you're working on spheres and organic forms, maybe you're excited to draw faces. Faces is the thing that you want to learn how to draw. Maybe just apply drawing spheres to drawing eyes. Right? So you do your sphere practice, but then you draw them as eyes. And you want to combine the things that you're excited to draw with the drawing exercises. You don't want to keep these two things separate, even if doing the drawing exercises separately would be more effective. So a lot of art teachers will talk a lot about effectiveness, learning quickly, and those types of things makes a lot of sense if you're trying to do this as a career. Right? Like if you are a full-time art student that, you're hoping to become a career artist, that approach might work because you have a lot more time on your hands. But if you are a beginner artist who does art as a hobby, which is most of my audience, then doing these two things separately doesn't make a lot of sense because you don't have that much time. You don't have 6 hours a day to have the perfect drawing schedule where you do an hour of figure drawing, an hour of portrait drawing, an hour of form study. Like you just don't have the time to do all of those things. So what we want to do is we want to combine the things that we're interested in drawing with our drawing exercises. So specifically pick drawing exercises that look fun to you. So when you look at that video of my 54 drawing exercises, one thing that you will notice is I have a lot of cute characters that I like to add into the drawing exercises because that's one way that helped me learn these skills. I figured out that I really like drawing cute, silly characters, so I turned the drawing exercises into cute, silly characters. That is how I brainwashed myself to actually enjoy drawing exercises. Instead of keeping drawing exercises over here and the things I'm interested in drawing later over here, I combined the two so that I could get to do both. I get to improve the drawings while also enjoying the drawing practice, right? Like I get to draw the things I'm excited about drawing while also improving. Do not keep these two things separate. I think for most artists, the appeal of learning how to draw is about expressing ideas. Look at your favorite artist right now. If you have an inspiration folder, just scroll through your inspiration folder and ask yourself, how much of what I love here is just the technical ability, just the aesthetics, versus also the underlying ideas. A lot of times it's the underlying ideas, the themes, the subject matter that really resonate with you. Those are the things that you're looking at. It's not just about being good technically. So always remember that, you are obviously going to benefit from doing drawing exercises. I'm not pretending like technical ability doesn't matter at all. Being able to be good at the grammar of visual language is obviously helpful, right? Like being able to speak the language, the visual language is helpful, but only in service of the messages you're trying to convey. And the message can just be, here's a pretty flower. And that is a message in itself. Like your love for nature can be the message that you're trying to send, or like, I want to draw pretty faces, the beauty of human nature, right? Like it doesn't have to be super complex. Like you don't need to have like a long story that you're trying to convey in your drawings. But ultimately, I think there's a core of desire that comes from a place of, I have an idea I want to express. There's an idea I want to explore. There are things that I'm curious about that I want to explore through drawing. I think it almost always comes back to that. So don't forget the importance of that. Learning how to fall in love with your drawing practice is a skill in itself. And this is something I talk about a ton in all of my courses. It's just leaning into the joy of drawing. So when you do drawing exercises, and if you join me in the Beginners Toolkit, which will be linked below, it's included in the fundamentals bundle. In that bundle, I constantly tell my students that find ways to enjoy the drawing practice. Frustration is going to come up. It's very natural that when you're learning something new, you're going to feel frustrated with the fact that you don't know it yet. That's completely natural, but you don't have to fall into that frustration. You can remind yourself, you can frame it within the context of, I'm learning something new, this is completely natural. My frustration is actually a sign that I'm growing. Only reason why I feel frustrated is because I'm trying something new, which took a lot of courage, by the way, which you should give yourself credit for. And that frustration is a sign that I'm stepping outside of my comfort zone, which means that that is the space that I'm going to grow in. That frustration is completely natural. And once you frame it within the context of I'm improving, I'm pushing myself, then it becomes so much easier to just enjoy the drawing practice again. You're going to feel a little bit of frustration. You're going to remind yourself, I'm learning, I'm growing, I'm doing things that are challenging. I'm going to give myself credit for having the courage to try new things. And then you're going to fall back in love with drawing again because you get to like relax a little bit like, yeah, right. I'm not going to judge myself. I'm not going to use shame around these frustrations. I do think that this is the bigger key, that one of the main parts of learning how to fall in love with drawing exercises is this loop of teaching yourself that the frustration is natural and you don't have to judge yourself heavily for it. If this approach to learning how to draw sounds appealing to you, check out the Absolutely Everything bundle that we link below. You get all the technical drawing exercises in the Beginners Toolkit, and also the Inner Artist course where we go into like overcoming perfectionism, starting your mini projects, because ultimately it's about exploring that inner voice. That entire course is based around project-based learning and actually like trying your hands on the project that you want to do. There are specific skills that come from trying your projects, right? You have a dream project, which can be just a simple sketchbook project, right? Like these don't have to be huge projects. I usually recommend beginner artists start off with a mini dream project. Instead of trying to do your biggest comic possible, you start with a mini comic that has like 3 or 4 panels, or just 3 illustrations in your sketchbook. Like it doesn't have to be super complicated, but trying your hands at exploring your creative voice will teach you so much more than just doing drawing exercises. I do think that ultimately most artists just want to express things. There are specific things that you want to explore. And if you want my help with finding clarity around that, check out that Inner Artist course, because we go into like finding your creative voice and creating like a creative voice blueprint in terms of like aesthetic taste, what subject matter do you want to explore, what kind of ideas do you have in you that you want to explore. We go into all that, so check that out if you are interested. But as always, you can do these things without my help, so feel free to try it on your own, and I'll see you in the next video whenever you are ready.